everybody, and welcome to the show. I am Steve Fault. On today's episode, I am honored, I am privileged to be here with the Impact Wrestling World Champion, Moose. Moose, how you doing today?
I am doing fantastic.
So you're the world champion of Impact Wrestling. Now, what is it like representing an entire company?
It's great. I'm in the position where I have the compass on my shoulders. I have the most important title in the company, which makes me the quote unquote face of the company. And it's a good feeling. And I proudly hold that task, and I think I've been doing a great job of doing that for the past 120 days of my reign, and I'm gonna keep busting my ass and doing it.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. So now Impact Wrestling, sometimes the audience fluctuates. And how do you think the Impact Wrestling audience could grow? Maybe travel more, maybe bigger arenas. What do you think?
That's a good question. I talk about it with some of my peers and friends. I think it's one of those things where we have to get on a bigger network, and not necessarily on a bigger network. We have to access has to be in more, because I think we're not in one of the biggest cable companies out there. Is it Comcast or Charter? We're not on one of them, and I think one of the cable companies that we're not on is actually the biggest cable company out there. So first, that will be the number one goal, is to get on one of those cable networks that everybody owns. Second, I think you just have to take the risk and start running shows in bigger venues and see how many people will draw. Because for the most part, in our TV shows and definitely our pay-per-views, we always sell out.
Right.
But you're talking about 1,000 people. But I think maybe we should take the risk and maybe run a 2,500, 3,000 seat arena and see how we would do there. I mean, because it's one of those things you never know until you try it out, right?
True. Yeah, you never know how it's going to work out unless you go for it. But I would love to see Impact Wrestling in just a bigger arena. You say 2,500, I say 25,000. But that's just me. I think Impact Wrestling could do that. The proper build, the proper storylines, and get it going. But the Forbidden Door is something everyone has become obsessed with in the past year and a half. The pandemic kind of made companies work together more because everyone was trying to continue on, but at the same time, it was very hard. And there were rumors, though, in January that you, Moose, was going to be in the WWE Royal Rumble. Were those rumors true at all?
I never heard of being. I mean, I saw the rumors, but you never know, because it's one of those things the company usually don't tell you about it until it's confirmed. So I don't know if they had talks about it happening or what it was, but I was never told about it. But obviously, you do hear the speculations and you do hear the rumors.
Now, let's move on. Since this is, for NBC Sports Boston, let's talk about your football career. You played for the Falcons, the Patriots, the Rams, and the Colts. Which team was your favorite to be a part of?
Favorite team was probably the Falcons, because it was where I considered home at the time, man. My family was there, and I didn't have to do much traveling back and forth during the season, during the off season, because Atlanta was home. So I would say the Falcons.
Okay. And now, of course, I am from Boston, and so I have to talk about him. Yes, the GOAT from this area, Tom Brady. You played with the Patriots. Did you ever interact with Tom Brady? Is he a real person or just a robot?
He's definitely a real person, definitely a stand-up guy, an awesome dude, and I'm happy to be able to share the field with him, and he's accomplished so much. And even though it was just for a year, I was happy to be part of his legacy.
And then you also, when you were on the Patriots, that was Gronk's rookie year. Gronk, the former WWE 24/7 champion. Now we see Gronk older now. He's still out there. a rookie Gronk. Can you share any crazy rookie Gronk stories?
No, he was just a meathead. What he is now is what he was then, just a gifted, athletic meathead of a guy. And that's what makes him special and makes him charismatic and makes him great in football.
Yeah. So out of all the former
is.
teammates that you had, though, would he be the ultimate person to turn into a wrestler, or are there other people that you've played with that you think that guy could be a wrestler too?
No. I mean, there's a few people, but I think Gronk has enough love and enough like for the business that he'll actually do good in it.
Nice.
I mean, let's get honest. Any football player could be a wrestler just because of the athletics involved. But I mean, half of them, the key part is if you like it enough to get into it, or if you love it. And I think Gronk has enough like and has enough love for wrestling, or knows enough about wrestling to pursue it and be great at it. I mean,
Of course. Now, what made you end up leaving the NFL to go try, and you obviously succeeded at it, you're a heavyweight champion, to go try to be a professional wrestler?
Oh, just my love for it. I am a big fan of it, and something I always I wanted to do my whole life, and I loved it. So it was an easy decision for me to say, you know what, I'm going to be a professional wrestler. So.
And you grew up as a wrestling fan? You started as a child and kept going?
Yeah, huge wrestling fan.
Nice. So what's the difference between training to becoming a professional football player versus training to become a professional wrestler?
I mean, if you're talking about lifting weights-wise or gym-wise, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just training in general. It's pretty much the same thing. I do the same workouts pretty much now than I did when I played football.
Okay. And my final question is, where does Moose see himself in 5 years? Still with Impact, AEW, WWE, a new organization has opened up? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
The only thing I could maybe say is healthy. In 5 years, hopefully I don't have any bumps and bruises or anything that's going to keep me off the show for too long. But as long as companies or where I'm going to be working at, I have no idea. I don't even think about that until the time of. But we'll see. I mean, wrestling is obviously at some point I'm going to be a free agent again, and then we'll see. But I don't know who I'm going to be, like what company I'm going to work for. If I'm even going to be wrestling, I might have in 5 years, I might have accomplished everything that I wanted to do, and it's time for me to hang the boots up. So I don't know. But whatever it is, I just hope I'm healthy.
Thank you again, Moose, for being here.
Thank you.
Bye.